Hello, hello, Otafest podcast. My name is Angelo, and with me today are Nancy and Jay.
Hoyo.
Ni howdy.
Ni howdy indeed. Oh my lord, oh my god. The 18th episode of the 11th season.
Welcome back, Angela. He's back, the man himself.
Yes, we missed you dearly. So dearly.
Oh
Even
my
though we
God.
started off last episode, Nancy said something along the lines of, "You're not good enough."
No.
It's
It
true.
was the you're not feeling good enough, but I missed the word feeling.
Oh my god.
Once more,
How
with feeling.
dare you? More feeling.
More feeling, less sassing.
But yes, the trio has returned.
And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we have some news and announcements.
Cosplay How It's Made applications are open. Now's your chance to demonstrate your knowledge on that really niche thing. Explain it how to level up someone else's makeup game or share tips on posing better for photos. Applications close April 1st, 2026. Apply at otafest.com/howitsmade.
This year, Otafest is partnering with the Canadian Cancer Society to raise funds in memory of our dear friend, Shawn Hansen. Shawn was a true gem in the Alberta anime community, a devoted volunteer, former Otafest president, and a huge part of growing our festival into what it is today. We're asking you to join us in honoring Shawn's memory and helping ensure that no one has to lose a loved one to cancer again. All funds raised will support research into the treatment and prevention of colorectal cancer.
How you can help. Donate through our virtual fundraising page, fundraisemyway.cancer.ca/campaigns/Otafest-2026. You can donate items to our charity auction, otafest.com/auction, or take part in one of our many charity activities at Otafest 2026. Let's come together, celebrate Shawn's legacy, and make a difference.
It's been a few months and it still hurts to talk about it.
Yeah, we never really talked about it here.
It was hard. I think hard to talk about it.
For what it's worth, if we end up talking a little bit more about it, we did speak to Shawn's family first. So they're aware and we have their gracious permission to sort of share our stories and, the experiences that we had to have with Shawn while he was still with us. And if you have ever met Shawn, he was honestly just the best of us in so many ways.
He was there for a lot of my first Otafest experiences, and it was always like, Otafest isn't Otafest until Shawn shows up. There are multiple pictures. The one year where all of them were in maid dresses
Yeah.
was ridiculously good.
It was a fun year and he was so into it and it was so good.
Not only his chest hair, but also his back hair.
Oh, yeah.
And
spilling
shoulder
out of
hair.
the dress.
The man has shoulder hair too. For anyone who never got the chance to meet him, he was both one of the most calm, intelligent people in the room, but he was also very kind and he was game for anything, as Angelo has already, explained.
Yep.
And that unique combination of, Shawn is what makes him such a precious memory to all of us. We wish it didn't have to be the case, but that is what it is. And I would still rather have those memories than not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, please consider donating again through fundraisemyway.cancer.ca/campaigns/Otafest-2026. I know it's a mouthful, but you can always hit rewind and follow up there, or you can take part in any of our ongoing campaigns to help raise funds in other ways if direct financial support is not possible. That we understand.
Yeah.
Now, starting, this is our anime preview episode. We are going to talk about what is currently airing with the winter anime season. And oh my god, this season is so ridiculously stacked. There is a bunch of returning anime. We've got more Jujutsu Kaisen. We've got more Frieren. We've got more Oshinoko. There is so many good sequels. If you are not caught up with any of those, honestly catch up with them and enjoy what's airing right now.
Totally.
Or we've got some new anime that's really interesting.
If this is your first time,
already full plate.
Yes. If this is your first time listening to an anime season preview episode, generally we try to pick something that doesn't have existing seasons. So we're not going to go over Oshinoko. We're not going to go over Frieren as much as we want to. But because they have existing seasons, we try to pick things that are new.
Like Yusha Ke ni Shoshu, Chobatsu Yusha 9004, Tai Kemu Kiroku. Or Sentenced to Be a Hero by Studio Kai, an action comedy, drama, fantasy anime. In a world where heroism is a punishment, Xylo Forbarts, a condemned goddess killer, battles endless hordes of monstrous abominations as part of Penal Hero Unit 9004. Death is no escape, only a cycle of resurrection and relentless combat. But when Xylo encounters a mysterious new goddess, their unlikely alliance sparks a rebellion that could shatter the chains of eternal punishment.
Trailer looked interesting.
This anime is insane. The first episode is an hour long. And it's like watching a movie. Legitimately, the animation quality on display is ridiculous. I had to go look up Studio Kai to see what else they've done before, and nothing in their resume struck me immediately. I think the only thing in their back catalog that I've seen is actually a music video for Hololive VTuber Hosho Marine for Dead Man's Chest, a music video. Which I remember that music video coming out and being blown away by it too. But they are an older studio. They've existed before. They've made some anime, and they're still creating some absolute bangers. Sentenced to Be a Hero is awesome. And I absolutely think that everybody should start watching it. It's had me and Dio cuddling on the couch every weekend to watch it together.
I mean, the premise is interesting. I like the idea. I don't know if there's anything I can really compare the concept to that I've seen or read before.
That's what's kind of interesting. You know, like it's a fantasy anime, but it's not the standard fantasy formula. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're poisoned by isekai and a little bit by Tolkien even. When you think fantasy, especially like high fantasy, a lot of people start thinking like Tolkien elves, dwarves, and everything of that matter. So far, we've seen magic in it. There's some demons and demon lords and whatever, which are completely unlike any other anime demons I've ever seen. If you try to compare them to like the demons in Frieren, it is oil and water. It is completely different. You can't really combine the two.
Interesting.
And it's just gorgeous.
The trailer understandably probably takes a little bit from more than just the opening 1 hour episode of
I have seen
high level.
So I have watched a few of it.
Yeah.
There's stuff in the trailer that I have no idea what they're doing. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm 4 episodes in.
But what I'm getting at is, like, I think that there were some noticeable dips in quality in the trailer. Like, some scenes seemed that they received much more budget and attention and care than some others. And you know what? In fairness, when it comes to animation, that's like always the case.
Oh yeah.
There's very few shows that were animated with equal attention and detail and care as, you know, the sort of linchpin moments of that story. And
that's actually
you know,
something I want to talk about with a later anime on the list, but
fair.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like it doesn't mean, for what it's worth, I'm not like crapping on it. I think that it's just understandable, but it's good to know that, you know, they sort of put their best foot forward, at least with that 1 hour episode, it sounds like. And, you know,
it is an experience.
In Otafest anime preview history, I think we've only really done that once, which was with Oshinoko. That first episode being essentially
a movie in and of itself.
Like 2 or 3 episodes in and of itself.
It's starting to happen more often.
Is there?
Yeah, it's a trend.
Is it?
Like a lot of anime, right? People used to say, "Oh, give it 3 episodes. That's where it really hooks you." And to be fair, things like Madoka Magica, the 3rd episode, if you did not watch until then, you did not understand what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah.
So when an anime comes out and they say, here's 1 hour, that is 3 episodes delivered all at once. They are like, we need to get the hook into you. We want you to have that hook immediately. But just trust us. Give us your time. You are going to be blown away.
You know what? I just had a thought about, kind of related to production. I wonder how these sorts of 1 hour feature first episodes are handled on TV, because we tend to watch them through video on demand services such as Crunchy or maybe YouTube or Amazon or Netflix. So that means like the consumption is a little bit different, and like, for example, ads aren't as much of a thing. I wonder
it absolutely is. You just take up 3 time slots, like a half-hour TV show. The classic half-hour TV show that we understand, that we notice, they were only 20-minute TV shows and the rest was ads. So if you look at a 1 hour TV show, they're going to be taking up 3 half-hour time blocks. There's going to be just as many ads in between them.
Yeah, but I think what Jay's getting at too is that on something regimented like broadcast television network schedules, that means you're effectively bumping out 2 other shows. Which ones are you going to bump out?
And also, like, the how you watch it is different.
I think what kind of helps out here is that there's a lot of times in the switch over from one season to another where certain shows might only be 10 or 11 episodes or 12 or 13. So they might be going over, they might be going under. Some new seasons, some new shows, they'll start on the first 1 to 3rd week of the season. So at the first week of the season, there is extra time where nothing is being filled that I'm sure that the TV company, the channel, is actually thrilled to be able to fill that space with something.
But the other thing I'm
pretty sure
thinking
that's
about,
probably why this is something that's becoming more popular.
like, the other thing is, like, you have the long format of the episode. Let's say it's an hour. So I understand there's going to be the same, like, same amount of ads, but it just feels worse to cut into it with like where do you think they find the appropriate time to take that break for the ads? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's built into production. No, they know what they're doing.
I guess.
Don't you remember how old anime, they would actually have like the stinger in the middle of the episode?
Yeah,
for when
a spot where you're supposed to put the ads. Yeah.
Yes,
like Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Like those little stingers that we don't really see that much anymore.
No, we don't. It'd be nice if we did.
One Piece is the one that still does it.
A lot of shows are more designed for streaming to be enjoyed all at once. But the way that the production is scheduled, the production is written, they'll still take commercial breaks and story beats of that nature into account. So it's not like somebody's going to be literally in the middle of swinging a sword into 5 different people and they're going to cut to commercial. And then when the commercial comes back, all the other 5 people's heads are off.
They should.
As someone who currently works in anime production, I will tell you that we know exactly how long every episode is supposed to be. So we know that this episode is 24 minutes, period.
Right.
So it's something that is already built into the show. Like the network already has power over the show before you actually make it.
Yeah, like this is something they've had that figured out for about 80 years at this point.
I think the other thing is it might be more obvious to other people, but because I actually really don't watch, I have not really watched like cable TV in a long time, for example. And at work, we have TV on actually all the time, and there's shows on there. But we typically have movies on, like we're on some kind of movie channel, and those movie channels don't typically cut into the movie with ad breaks. So I'm kind of less aware of that now, if that makes sense. Like I don't think of it as much.
Good movie channels will do that. Do you remember like watching movies on Fox or something, and they will literally cut the movie off the weirdest part to include commercial breaks?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
In the end part of it, like, and by the end part of it, I mean back when I stopped watching like network TV in 2005-ish, they would start artificially speeding up the movie. You could tell that characters were just speaking a little bit higher pitched than you remember. And then when the credits were rolling, they would literally squeeze the half of the credits up, speed it up, play a commercial under or above the credits like or something, just so they could get through it faster. Like, it is insane. The absolute audacity that networks have sometimes.
No wonder new movie producers absolutely hated seeing movies on television.
Oh, it was an awful experience.
Yeah, from an artistic point of view, it's like the most garbage representation of their work, right? This quick last aside in this whole advertising side story that we were exploring, I don't remember what it was. I want to say I think it was Lord of the Rings, but if it is Lord of the Rings, maybe Angelo has some knowledge about this as well. But there was a movie series, I think down in Latin America, where in certain shots, it would be like let's say the hero opens a chest to discover something, and in that chest was product placement that they would cut and they had like a clip that they had made themselves to sort of replicate the look and the setting, and it was like a beer. I think it was like some kind of light crystal beer.
I've only heard of things like that happening.
Yes,
but I've seen the clip. TV shows and stuff where they will literally film the exact same scene like 4 or 5 times with different products, just so that different networks have their product placement shots.
Jeez, that's
and it is hilarious. I think especially if you're maybe a kid and you don't really understand, you're like, huh.
It's kind of
interesting.
If you play Death Stranding now, the original Death Stranding, when it came out, had a sponsorship by Monster Energy drinks. So Norman Reedus in the game plays Monster Energy drinks. He drinks them. Except after the first year, that agreement
expired,
ended.
And so they patched out the Monster Energy drinks to a nondescript generic energy drink.
That's really funny.
Oh, I did not know that. Wow. This is what I miss when I don't play new games in the first year.
The Monster Energy drink Death Stranding is practically lost media. Like, I'm sure there's people with recordings and with unpatched versions of the game, and I'm sure you can just mod in whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
But it's kind of like lost media in a way.
Wow. That's crazy. Anyway.
Anyway.
Definitely.
This is a podcast about anime.
This is a podcast about anime.
Actually, this is a podcast about mushrooms.
Mushrooms, you say? Les champignons, even?
Yeah. Champignon no majo. Or Champignon Witch. Or I guess Mushroom Witch, if you want to go that far.
Yeah.
By the studio, I don't know how to say the studio name. Kazil.la.
Qzilla?
Kazilla? I don't know. It's spelling it out. It's QZIL.LA.
I've never heard of them before.
Me neither. And also another partner studio, Typhoon Graphics. I could read that one. This anime is a drama, fantasy, and supernatural genre. It's about Luna, a black witch who lives quietly in a poisonous mushroom house deep in the Black Forest. She lives in the city making high-efficiency medicines, but it is said that if the mushroom witch touches you, you'll die, and she is avoided. The life of a witch who doesn't know the warmth of people is carefully and momentarily drawn.
I have to say, the trailer was beautiful. And
It has
I want to watch
exquisite
it.
vibes.
I
Angela's like, it's not my kind of show.
I'm really trying to save myself for the review episode, which we're going to be doing in a few months.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it.
You didn't?
But I'm not going to
That's
spoil
okay.
it because this is definitely a me thing. The vibes weren't for me. Like, it is a very childish art style in a way that I just couldn't really vibe with. If you liked something like The Ancient Magus's Bride, then you might like something like this. But at the same time, I could tolerate parts of The Ancient Magus's Bride because its art style carried it so hard, whereas the art style in this is far more cutesy and cartoony in a way. And
Okay.
there were certain things about it that just bothered me. There was this tiny little cow creature in it, and I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. Ooh, looking at his little almond-shaped eyes. Sir, why are you wearing overalls? I don't like you.
All right. Well, Nancy and I still believe in it.
We
It
have
appeared to-
optimism for it.
It didn't have a lot of info in the trailer. So, story-wise, it could be quite lacking there as well, as far as we're aware. But the trailer sold us a little bit. It seemed like an interesting little world, where this witch who has a stigma against her, she gets to open up to other people. That's what it seems like. And that's good enough for me.
It's cute vibes. I love the cute vibes. Assuming it stays as cute vibes.
What is it? What was the term like 2 years ago? Was it like Goblin Core or whatever?
What is that? Was that 2 years
Cottage
ago?
Core? Cottage
Core. That was a few
That's like
years
2
ago.
years ago. That's like 2 or 3 years ago, isn't it?
No, it was even
That's
more
like
than that. That was
5
a
years
COVID
ago.
thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Everything was a COVID thing.
Well, you know what? You know what isn't a COVID thing, and something that is universal.
Marshmallow Peeps?
Japanese people's love for things that jiggle. And I say that in the most affectionate way possible because souffle pancakes and gel toys and
Puri.
cute jiggly things. Gelpiyo is by studios Odd Job and Sugarless Factory, which is a strange name for a studio to be working on something that looks this darn cute. This is an anime based on an industrial company named Taika's mascot, Gelpiyo. In the story, Gelpiyo and similar characters contain alpha gel quality that allows them to bounce back after any setbacks. They are sent out by Alpha Industry to a mysterious Gel town to further the company's plot of world domination. And there they plan to raise trouble, even though they constantly get involved in events in the town. It just sounds like cute mayhem. I feel like it's going to be one of those micro episode type formats that will just be silliness.
Is this the most shameless advertising anime we are going to watch since
Super
Cub? Speaking of Super Cub, by the way, really quick, Super Cub also animated by Studio Kai.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
And also Uma
Musume.
Musume was season 2 and season 3 for Studio Kai.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, back to Gelpiyo.
Gelpiyo seems like it could be cute.
I think it'll just be
the
cute.
Art style.
It's usually a toss-up if it's something that's based on an existing company's mascot. But, I mean, the description sounds like cute chaos and mayhem, and why not? I'm in the mood for something like that in a winter like this one.
The last time I watched an anime about a mascot character, I was really, really disappointed. It was the Super Sonico anime. And Super Sonico, if you don't know who that is this really, really, really sexy pink-haired lady. Really cool. She has a ton of different figures in art, and basically Miku-ish, but without anything actually being done. She had an anime and it was boring as hell.
Oh.
It was like, guys,
Okay.
how do you take this barely fleshed out concept and turn it into a barely working actually it makes perfect sense. It maths out. Good job.
So
All right.
So you know how like you were asking if it's like the most shamelessly corporate
Advertisement?
show? Yeah. I'm just susceptible because I have no idea what Taika is. I don't know
Neither
what this
do I.
alpha gel thing is. So I started looking into what Taika does. They're a chemical manufacturer headquartered in Minato-ku, Tokyo. They have been around for a while. And the product that they're referring to, this alpha gel stuff, it just says, there's a page for it that just says, a soft material with diverse functionality. I don't know what this does.
I get the
But I
feeling
like
these
that
guys
they
are going to
made-
get stepped on.
It's just so Japan, though. To like
so
this,
is.
what is the point? What is the point in any other chemical manufacturing company in the entire world, of which I am sure there are thousands of them? Hell, we live in Alberta. We have a huge amount of chemical engineering in here. Where's our cute anime for their
they just
little
saw-
stupid mascots?
I feel like North America never caught on to the whole like cute mascot thing. Like even Michelin, the Michelin Man, that's not something
Sure.
we see a lot of anymore. We're
Maybe
missing out on an
Taika
entire industry.
saw 3M's product. What is it? Teflon being banned on pans, and they're like, guys, we got to get ahead of this. We need to PR the hell out of our chemical company. We never want to be in the situation that 3M and DuPont are in. We need to make anime.
And also preferably fix our chemical compositions, right? Right?
We need to make anime.
Okay, hold on.
Angelo?
Can I look? I'm not trying. Taika's not a sponsor. I just think there's some like Isaac Newton level like storytelling here about discovering their equivalent of gravity, which is this alpha gel stuff. There's this whole introduction blurb. It all started with a feverish engineer. Alpha gel is a Taika original product made of soft silicone gel. It goes on to talk about When one of our engineers fell sick while working on a project to develop a new shock absorbent material, a melted gel ice pack accidentally hit him in the head. The softness of its impact gave him an idea. Gels are great shock absorbers. He began analyzing the molecular makeup of every gel-based product he could find around him. Combining data from those tests, the engineer settled on silicon as the optimal material.
Wait a minute, this is just an anime version of Flubber.
Oh my god! When a newspaper published an article about this remarkable material onto which a raw egg can be dropped from a height of 18 meters without breaking.
What?
It caught the eye of major... Yeah, it caught the eye of a major sporting goods manufacturer, ASICS.
No way. ASICS. 18 meters?
18 meters is like 50 feet, right?
Something.
It's close
I think
to
it's
that.
closer to 40.
Still.
That's like 3 stories.
This is a hell of a story.
18 meters is 60 feet. Goddamn.
30 years later, Alpha Gel continues to be used in a variety of ASICS shoes. All right.
Oh my god. They're in ASICS shoes.
We're watching an anime about mascots, about shoes.
Wait a minute, they're in
bouncy.
shoes and I said they were going to get stepped on. Let's go, baby.
They're very bouncy, that's all I know. We're going to watch it and we're going to see what happens.
The next
It might be amazing.
A few episodes ago, in our review episode, I mentioned something about an anime by Studio Dean actually being good. Shibou Yuugi, the Meshioku, or Playing Death Games to Put Food on the Table, by Studio Dean, an action drama, mystery, thriller anime. At just 17, Yuki is a professional death game player. She survived enough rounds to know that survival is calculation, not luck, and that failure is final. For most players, the games are a nightmare with no escape. For Yuki, they're simply business. Yet in a world where rooms turn into graves, and every choice could be her last, even experience offers no protection.
Did they just turn Hunger Games into a profession?
Yes.
I don't know the overarching premise, but I recently watched the first 2 seasons of a live action show that's an adaptation, I believe, of a manga called Alice in Borderlands.
Oh, yes.
I'm not saying that they're that similar, but they have like death games as like the main antagonistic sort of story-driven problem that they have to solve. It gave me some of those vibes, especially because if it really is sticking to like a room format, at least for this season, there's some games that are like that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch this because I got really bored of Alice in Borderlands. But that's their own fault. So I don't want to go on about it there.
This is another anime where the first episode is long. It's 47 minutes long. So it's basically
2 episodes.
2 episodes and a little bit. And it covers an entire arc.
That's wild.
It is
an entire arc?
That's wild.
One death game, basically. One death game.
Okay.
You see a death game happen from beginning to end. And it is a fantastic introduction. Studio Dean is notorious for being kind of shitty.
I see.
Like,
what a payoff.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. They don't usually make good-looking anime. Like, they make anime that looks like Ninja versus Gokudo, right? This anime is gorgeous. It is legitimately fantastic looking. And we see it in the trailer. We see, like, a bunch of elegant maid characters. They have a bunch of different, like, dress styles. The character designs themselves are pretty appealing. One of them, as both of you guys put it, breasting boobily.
She
Not
did
our main
have,
character, unfortunately.
She did look a little.
Look, she had some shelf hardware installed.
But going back to what Jay was saying about Sense to be a Hero, where certain scenes are less animated than others, having watched the first episode twice now, once on my own, once with Dio, and a few episodes since then, they're almost going at it from the same direction that Shaft went with Bake Monogatari, where they have our characters. They have a lot of shots to build atmosphere. They'll show like the rooms. They'll show different settings. They'll linger on certain features.
Shots? Okay.
They have different art styles. It's almost like Madoka and Bakemonogatari got mixed together.
There's some
and
real
somehow
that's like a very art house
Studio
film.
Dean did it.
Like,
Okay. I mean, maybe they had a shift in direction recently.
It feels deliberate
Okay.
and slow. This is one of my favorite anime of the season so far.
Without because we didn't get that much extrapolation from the trailer, but without too much spoiler, can I ask why the cast is all female and they are in a house with maid dresses on? Like,
so they kind of get into this within the
any...
first 10 minutes, so it's not going to be a spoiler.
Okay.
It is kind of like a Squid Game situation where these death games are played for some type of mentally ill viewer base.
ugh.
It is, these death games exist for the pleasure of the people watching, and so
Okay.
they're all women because that's what people want to see. They're all put in costumes because that's what people want to see.
Well, that's
I
disturbing.
understand. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I understand that they have explained the premise. I kind of wish I didn't know that, in a sense.
They don't
like, not
say
about
it.
the perverse, not about
They
the
don't
perverse
say
audience.
it outright
There's
like
usually
that. That
a
is what you have to read into it.
Okay, but I think the idea to me is just like, my question was more geared towards like, was there a need for, I guess, the setting, and the specific design? But I see where they're possibly going. But it's at least you're enjoying the show, and I'm not saying it's not going to be enjoyable. We will review it. We will do our episode.
Our bit
and we
of due
will kinda-
diligence.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope I like it. I just
Me
hate
too.
that it's just sort of like outright says, oh, it's because, demographics, shall we say.
It's very
audience
it's
demands
very
it.
on the nose about it because that is just they're straight up. It's like, yeah, it's because that's what people want to see. There is one scene and they're like, why did that happen? So, because that's what people want to see.
One other thing we did see in the trailer, however, it said that Yuki has played how many games? Like 18 or
28.
28? Yeah. So is this a like she says it's a professional death game player, but I mean like professional as in she's essentially like a mercenary that goes into these things. She's like a death game mercenary.
So
Is
as
that
far as
kinda
we
correct?
know, there is a huge cash prize for people who survive these death games. And everybody who's in the death game, for the most part, wants the money. In that regard, it is very much like Squid Game. Everybody who's playing was financially incentivized to do so.
Okay. Interesting. She's 17. She's played 28 of these. I do wonder. I'm more interested in the history. I think. I don't know. I don't even know if I really care about how this particular one she's in right now plays out. I would like to know more of the history. But I'm hoping it sounds like they would get into it. So maybe I'll stick around. Who knows?
I guess we'll just have to find out.
thoroughly engrossed. It is an interesting show. It is by a studio that I do not trust in any way, shape, or form.
And yet.
And somehow they're blowing me away.
I really hope they betray you.
I'm waiting
really
for the
do.
final betrayal.
Yeah, part of me is just like, I'm hoping that they just, like, I don't know, in the last 3 episodes, everything quality-wise just absolutely tanks. And you're like, no.
I mean, they could pull a Wonder Egg Priority. Who knows? It could happen. It could happen.
We prefer not to, but, you know.
Unlike our next anime, which I don't think has anything to do with eggs at all. Or maids, for that matter.
It does have to do with a tomanto. That is not a typo.
If
This is
you
Uso
want to
Tantei
walk
Tomanto.
with tomatoes?
No.
Is this not VeggieTales, the anime edition?
The part
No.
that is important about this is the Uso part. Uso. Uso Tantei
means
Tomanto.
lies.
Mm-hmm. The tomanto is a lie. The studio is Fanworks. Never heard of them. The genre is mystery. Never heard of that. And I don't know what I really looked at. I picked this show. I will say that out loud. The description is a single sentence. Tomanto and friends as they solve mysteries using vegetable and fruit trivia.
Is this the part where we're constantly reminded that tomatoes are a fruit?
Perhaps.
There's got to be more trivia than that.
Well, tomatoes are part of the nightshade family,
I know.
and they're related to potatoes. So is there potanto?
Potanto.
Potanto.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out.
I chose this purely on the cute artwork and the fact that it said that it had trivia, which are two things that I love.
I wonder what age group this show and Gelpiyo was actually made for, because sometimes I pick things that are really cute and then I look at them and I'm like, maybe there's just a part of me that wants to relive a certain level of nostalgia. So some of the Tomanto artwork style kind of reminded me of like
Sanrio?
Guretama and other Sanrio characters.
There is a very good reason for that. Fanworks, the studio behind it, has worked on Agretsuko. Aggressive Retsuko.
Oh, hell yeah.
I loved
and a few
Agretsuko.
other Sanrio properties, it looks like.
Okay,
It
well,
looks
that
like
might
they
explain it.
specialize in cute things. Do you guys remember Ure Tsushima? This one short about this like photorealistic cat that had a deep voice and would beg people to pet them?
Yes, we watched
Yes,
a bit of it.
Same one.
Oh. Okay,
That's
that could go
different.
one of two ways. That could be super entertaining and actually create a very invested viewer in me, or it could end kind of the way that cat one did, where I just watched a couple episodes and I was like, no, this has lived for as long as it needs to in my brain.
Yeah. That's what I kind of expect too.
It's okay.
They definitely do a lot of cute. Oh, that's what it reminds me of. I think it reminds me of the mascots online.
Online?
Like Line as in like the app.
Oh, the Line app. Yes, it does kind of remind me of them. Either way,
Yeah.
we have 2
All
really
right.
cute picks for the season and then 3 semi-high expectation picks.
Well, Angelo already hates one of the other ones.
I'm
so-
going to disregard that opinion entirely. But Angelo and I did have a really good rant the other day about a different show that we watched.
Yeah. What did we rant about the other day?
Are we leaving it on that? I was going to say, are we leaving it on that cliffhanger or what?
I think it was one that we reviewed last season. That was the May I Ask for One Final Thing. And
Right.
while the first episode was incredibly satisfying to watch, that feeling doesn't maintain all throughout the show.
No,
Unfortunately.
It must be difficult to do so, though.
It was a really fun show, and I did enjoy it all the way throughout. But it has faults.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
It has faults.
She's a bit of a Mary Sue. There's a really bad romance
She's a
in
Haruhi
it.
Suzumiya.
I think I haven't followed up on either show, but I feel like, if we're talking about shows where like the background is just like rich people and posh academies, I liked the premise of the other one more, like the rock band.
Girls Band Cry? Oh, no.
No,
Rock is a
No.
Lady's Modesty.
Yes,
Rock is a Lady's
that anime
Modesty.
was great. That anime was so good. It was good all the way
I would much
throughout.
rather. I think if I have some time, I would like to follow up on that one much more than I would follow. God, I can't remember titles at all right now, but the one that we were just talking about, because I like anime with great music, and when the characters are the ones playing the music, that's even better. And if you're going to compare the settings, I'm like, that one seems more fun. Anyways.
I'm going to give one more anime. We've got one anime this season that has the same vibes. The same vibes as May I Please Ask for One More Thing? Without the gratuitous, really satisfying violence, unfortunately.
Oh.
There's an anime called The Grail of Eris, Eris no Seihai. And is it about this one really sweet, noble girl who gets framed. And then the ghost of this absolute bitch haunts her, possesses her, and does some righteous bullshit. Unfortunately, not with her fists, but with her words. But it's really satisfying in a way. It is a fun type of villainous style anime. And I'm enjoying it so far. Will it be bad? Who knows? We're not reviewing it. I'm just saying maybe you should watch Eros no Seihai if you like.
That's
really
a bonus,
catty
just for
villainous
you.
behavior.
That's a bonus one right there for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it.
If you want to walk with tomatoes, we can end this podcast episode.
I never watched VeggieTales, and I want to keep it that way.
What the heck?
I never saw VeggieTales either.
The helly?
We're godless
Take care.
humans.